Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to this video, which some of you have bugged me about. We're going to go ahead and set up a joystick today. Now this is going to be a really simple, I would like to try simulator setup, so we're not going to do anything particularly crazy with the controls. So we're not going to worry about engines, stuff like that. This is going to just be a setup for jumping into simulator. So, in order to set up your joystick, you're going to need to start off picking two things. One, of course, a joystick, as I have right here, and an aircraft for a test bed. I have chosen the 109 G2. So, once you have it selected, go ahead and jump into a simulator battle test flight. Now, in order to get everything just as fresh as it could be, I have a control scheme where everything is base. Like there are no buttons assigned to anything. And in fact, let's set all these up to 100% so I can show you what they do later. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, so honestly, the best way to start, or the way to start, is do the setup control wizard. It's actually pretty darn competent. So we're going to configure it for an air vehicle. They're going to be custom controls. Realistic, of course. Full real is for your real propeller heads that know about fuel mixtures and prop feathering and all that good stuff. But we're just going to do realistic for now. Mouse as just a view controller is what I have it set up as. Alright, now we get to the part where we actually set up the joystick. So, first, pulling up, pull back, and push forward. Roll to the right. Roll to the left. Yaw to the right. Yaw to the left. Throttle, which is this little bit down here. So all the way forward and all the way back. Excellent. So, not going to worry about igniting boosters, so we're going to go ahead and keep the current assignment. Small caliber guns. This is going to be your machine gun, or if you're in a aircraft with multiple caliber cannons, it will be the smaller ones. Main trigger right here. Large caliber guns. Cannons or larger cannons if you've got multiple calibers. I use this key right here. Drop bomb. This key right here. Fire rocket. This key right here. Landing gear. I use these on the side. This one specifically for landing gear. Air brake will be the one behind it. Flaps will be the one next to the landing gear. Lock target we're not going to worry about. Tactical map can stay the same. Statistics can stay the same. Chat can stay the same. Yes, you always want to set up view controls. So, your default will be your cockpit view. Default view can go ahead and stay F5. Then, here's where this gets messy. If you've been watching me on the stream when I've played, you'll notice that I can look around and it's really jerky. This is what we're going to set up now. It's going to be kind of messy, unfortunately. This is using the hat, which is this little bit of rubber right here at the top of your joystick. So, look all the way right. Look all the way left. Oh. Didn't do it there, so left. Oh. Gotta be quick. Right. Left. There you go. Look up. Look down. Center the view automatically. Yes, always want to do that. Toggle view should be V. Tracking, we're not going to worry about. Assign action to the mouse wheel, nothing. That's fine. Zoom camera, Z. Zoom axis can stay the same. Do you have track IR? Nope, no track IR. Right brake can stay the same. Left brake can stay this, or actually no. Right brake needs to be B. Left brake needs to be B. You want to add so that they are both assigned to the same thing. Alright, so now, continue anyway. So what we've got right now is everything is all nice and set up. So we can pull up, pull down, yaw to the right, yaw to the left, roll right, roll left. Now, here's the hard part. I mean, getting to this point's pretty easy. I mean, machine guns and cannons. Getting to this point's pretty easy. This is where everybody gets. But here's where some finesse comes in. You're going to go back into your controls, and you saw me set all of these back up to full earlier. So now we get to go and mess with these. Roll sensitivity. So, if you notice, 100%, back here, you look at your ailerons on the wings, they move nice and quick. Now, this is going to be, of course, all based on taste, but I personally like something a bit smoother, not something that snaps nearly as much. So, if we turn the roll sensitivity down, let's turn it to 30%. You'll notice that now my ailerons don't snap. They will still go to their full values. Oop. But they will just do it slower, so you will get a more smooth action from your controls. Now, let's go back. Let's do that for everything else. Pitch sensitivity, we're going to do the same thing. Yaw sensitivity, we're going to do the same thing. Now, these values, of course, are just what I use. You are free to, and I suggest you go ahead and try everything out once you're able to get up in the air and see what you like. Aim sensitivity. Aim sensitivity is what's going to control the speed that you look at. So I'm going to set this down here at 25, or actually no. Let's show you what it's doing first. Look in here. I move my mouse around a little bit and I look really fast. This is difficult to control. So, guess I'm glad I'm doing this in one take. There you go. Set that way back down there. And there you go. That's a much more reasonable speed. So now, there's a few other things you need to set up that they don't do in the control wizard. So, we're going to go back into controls, and these are all hidden under full reel. This is something I don't like that War Thunder does. They hide certain controls from you. So, under engine controls, you'll notice there is no toggle engine key. That is default I. I like to keep it at I. So now we can turn the engine on, which, you know, is slightly helpful to getting your aircraft off of the ground. We are also going to full aerodynamics. We're going to trim the aircraft. I'm going to assign these two keys to trim. So, trim aircraft is going to be this key right here. Reset trim is going to be this key right here. What does trim do? Oh. Set it back to realistic. What does trim do? Well, in aircraft that has trim control, you can set your control surfaces at a specific value. So let's go ahead and set everything at 100%. We're going to hit trim, and when I let go of the stick, all of those control surfaces will stay at that position. So if you get yourself pointed up and you want to let go of the stick, you just hit trim and you're good to go. You then take trim off and everything goes back. Now, when you're in trim mode, you can still control your aircraft. That's just what the control surfaces are going to default back to. Alright, a little bit more in depth for your controls. You can double click on each of these axes here, roll, pitch, and yaw. And you go in here. Dead zone is going to be an area where your joystick just won't do anything. So, like, this is roll, so let's turn it up way high. That green inner diamond is what the game is actually seeing versus the red outer one, which is what physically is happening. So it doesn't do anything until I'm halfway done getting my stick out there. Now, if you've got a little bit of wiggle in your stick, like I do right here, you're going to want to find the sweet spot where this isn't going to interfere with your controls too much. So let's go ahead. I'm going to set this down back low. Then you have nonlinearity. Some of you might like this. I like this. But watch the green logical access. And there you go. It's following the physical axis perfectly. Now, if you turn nonlinearity up, they're not going to match exactly. You're gonna have to, this is something you're gonna have to play around with to see if you like something. Personally, I like my non-linearities set at 2. You can also have a little bit of a correction where you can set your logical axis as 0 to something other than 0. I don't recommend doing that. So, there you go. Let's double check the pitch. Nonlinearity 2. Keep it. Then yaw. Nonlinearity's at 2. There you go. Alright. That looks good. Now, we didn't set up all of the controls, but that's okay, because we are at a point where we can turn our engine on. Now when you throttle up, actually I'm going to show you guys this. When you throttle up, your engine is actually exerting force on your aircraft. That's what's called torque. Now, easy way to remember which way the torque is going to be applied to your aircraft is just look at the way the propeller spins. This propeller is spinning to the right. So, when we're taking off, in order to remain straight, we're going to have to yaw to the right. So, check it out. There you go. Down a little bit. Let's get up. And then, it's kind of hard to see, but on here, gear control. And there you are. We are all set up. Look to the right, look to the left, look up, look down. You have set up your joystick. Hopefully, you guys found this useful. If you have any more questions, please, please, please let me know via Twitter or the Steam group or YouTube comments or smoke signal. And I hope to see you all on the stream.